Welcome back. In video lesson number 6, I showed you how to create this graphics only t-shirt design. Remember, I'm going to show you how to place this on 3D mockup to make it a realistic t-shirt. But now we're just going through how to design them first. Then in the next lesson after this, I'm going to show you how to place them on 3D mockup, realistic 3D mockups. So I'll just move on to the next one, which will show you how to create graphics and text t-shirt design combinations. So without wasting much of your time, what we'll do is go to File. By now you should know this process already. New, the standard is 4500, 5400. Just make sure you have this in mind. When you've started designing in Photoshop, it should save automatically. Then you press OK. So for this, we're gonna turn off this background again. Press OK, and now we're left with our background. So for this, we're gonna do drink. We're gonna do drink. We're gonna do drink. So that's what we're gonna do. So now we're just gonna give this space. We're gonna give this space. But instead of doing it this way, this is one way to do it. This is one way to do it. But instead of doing it this way, we can just do DRO, CK, and I separately, if you understand what I mean. So I'll do it that way. So I'll delete this. Control A. So I'm going to do DRO for one layer, then I for another layer, then CK, come to text, again CK for the other layer. So now you can see we have 3 layers. We have 3 layers. Please just follow me as I go through this. We have the DRO, the I, and the CK. So now we're gonna make this CK. We're gonna click on CK and DRO and CK, pressing your control key button and clicking on that. So now we're gonna Control T to highlight the 2 of them and make them bigger. So to make them bigger, we're just gonna do the Alt key button, Shift key button, and left mouse click button and drag outwards. Don't worry about that. All you have to do now is to press enter and just drag from anywhere of your screen. The DRO should come in. You go to CK and just from anywhere of your screen, just drag it into this, and you should see that. So now we have those 2. So before I work on the eye, I'm just going to bring in an element. So for this element, I'll open pictures in new tab, download. So I'm just gonna look for, I think I have a bottle downloaded, or should I say drink by. So I think I have a bottle. I'll just go and look for the bottle. I'll just look for the bottle. I think I have that already. I downloaded that already. So you can download, go to Google, download copyright free images, depending on what you want to download. Just make sure it's copyright free images. You can go to page side where you can get designs and elements and just get them for yourself. Just get them for yourself. So this one, I'll just scroll and look for, I'm looking for a bottle which I already downloaded. I think I have a bottle which I downloaded. So just look for the bottle. Just look for the bottle. Just look for the bottle. Okay. This is one bottle which I downloaded. So now this is a good example, and I'm going to use this for plenty reasons, because I'm going to show you how to cut out part of it and use the remaining. So I'll drag this into Photoshop. As you can see, it's quite small compared to what we have here. So I'm just going to hover my mouse to this edge and press down my 3 buttons, my Alt key button, my Shift key button, and left mouse key button. I'm going to drag outwards. So now we have it as, see, we have the bottle now just in the middle of this. So now you can see I have this extra cup which I don't want. I have this extra cup which I don't want. So to get rid of this, what I'm going to simply do is to hover my mouse to this edge, right click, vectorize layer. Then remember I told you how to cut out shapes, so we're going to do the same thing for this image. So we'll click on this polygon laser tool, click on it. So now carefully you just highlight only this bottle, this glass, just highlight only this glass, because that's the only thing you want to get rid of. As you can see, we have the dotted shape showing, so we just click on delete, and you see, as simple as that, we've gotten that out of the way. So we are just left with the bottle. So now we'll click back on our move tool, and now we want to work on our eye. So we'll click on this eye and bring in the eye. As you can see, now the eye is under, which you don't want it to be. So now clicking on the eye, left mouse click button, we just move our cursor up so that we'll move that layer to the very top, and you can see the eye now is in here. So now I can Control T on my keyboard, pressing Control T on my keyboard, make this bigger. I'll make this bigger by pressing my Alt key button, Shift key button, and left mouse key button, and just make this bigger. So now you see we've made it bigger. We've made it bigger. So now we just press on Enter. So now we have that. Now it says shrink. So for me, the bottle is acting as the eye, but I want to change the color of this eye. I want to change the color of the eye to think a yellow. So I'll just double tap on this edge, come to color overlay, and make this yellow. As you can see, I would have made it orange. But I want it to be eye catchy, so I made it. See? So now I'll press OK and OK again. Just press OK again, and you can see it has this extra shape which I don't want. So to get rid of that, I'm gonna put in. I'll just click on this whiskey. I don't want to make it on top the eye, so I'll click on this whiskey. I'll come to this shape tool. Remember, as I told you in the basics, I'll press down on my left mouse click button and click on this. So now I'll just come over here, pressing down my left mouse click button, drag my mouse. I won't overdo it. I'll just drag my mouse a bit. So now I have that. So now all I have to do is to change the colors. So to do that, I'll just double tap on this, go to color overlay, and just come here and change the color. As you can see, now I've changed the color. So now we're just left with the plain eye. So we can just make this bigger. We can make this shape bigger just to cover this entire space. So now we'll click on our move tool, then we'll do Control T, over our mouse to this edge, press down on our Alt key button, Shift key button, left mouse click button, and just drag it outward to cover that. So now we've had that covered, so just press on Enter, as you can see. So now we have that where we want it to be. So now you see this eye. Looking at it from a distance, you might not know it's an eye, you might just see it as something else. So what I'm going to do is to reduce it and put a dot on it so that you know it's an eye, to signify a full drink spelling. So I'm going to do Control T, and I'll just over my mouse to this edge, and I'll just bring it down a bit. Press OK. So now we have that. We have that. So now what I'm going to do next is go back to our shape tool, press down our left mouse click button. I want to bring in our ellipse tool again. So I'll click on ellipse tool, press down on our shift key button, left mouse click button, and just drag out a bit. So now we have that. We'll just come click on this edge for the ellipse one and just make it yellow. Go to color overlay and just make that yellow. So now we've made that yellow, press OK. Click on our move tool. So now you see we have it just a drink. So now as you can see, it's quite up a bit. I want to make sure it's in the middle. So what do? We're going to group all the layers together. Remember I told you how to group layers. So now we'll click on this T arrow layer, press on our control key button, click on CK, whiskey, rectangle 1, move up, click on the eye, click on the ellipse tool, then we do Control G. Now we have clicked on Control G, we can now move this downwards, pressing down our left mouse click button and moving our mouse, we can now move this downwards. So now we have drink. So now we'll just turn this up. So now we're left with drink, and now we'll go back to file and save that. Save as skill share. Skill share. Just do the drink design. Drink design. Make sure you always save it as Photoshop first, then just in case you want to come back to edit it, you should be able to do that. So you save it as Photoshop. Then we'll go back again to file, and now we'll save it as PNG. So that we don't have the white background. Save it as PNG. Press OK. Press OK again. So you see saving. It's saving, and now when we go back to pictures and Skillshare, so we should have our design here. So you see, this is the one we just created. It's super easy. Now we made use of typography, text-based, and element graphics to get this design done. So you can see those are the 3 basic ways to get design done. Don't worry, if you stick around, I'm going to show you in the next class, next video. I'm going to show you how to put it on 3D mockups to get your realistic design out. So I'll see you on that one. Stay blessed.